There, more salt needed. Dipsy Lally can make a case for a few of them, but we'll load them up here. Ceases down. Second line out, Swift Buddy. More salt needed. Opawa Binge, Calamity free. And we're about set to go. The Delhi Sports Bar, Glendon. Notice Brian Delamore on the track here today too. Good afternoon to you. So we're set. We're ready. Off. Getting away nicely out wide there would have been Dipsy Lala, and showing across there Calamity free. Dipsy Lala wider still. There we go to Opawa Binge out wider there. Dipsy Lala, they're followed further back here. Red Rascal out, Swift Buddy towards the tail of the field. More salt needed. Bellcrop Banker on the corner. Calamity free doing it A-OK. It'll kick you home. Calamity free. Opawa Binge. Then we go Ceases, Red Rascal. They'll follow down on the inside of runners. Bellcrop Banker when it was all over, and towards the tail of the field we would have had Dipsy Lala and More Salt Needed. Nice leave from the lid. The pink rug Calamity free has jumped across him in a 4.62 that first split, but the overall run at 18 and 65. Midsection 14.03. 8th, the 6th, the 1, and the 4th one in the 3. So it was a nice win. It jumped out nicely. Hawk as well, hopefully, for the Schofield Kennels for the rest of the day. The Cup runner and 4 in the Railway. And the old fella, you're never too old, eh? Look at that, across them, squeezed a few up there, getting across. Dipsy, the 5 wanted to get out a bit. Dipsy Lala right off the track. There was Opawa Binge, and speaking of off the track, now Swift Buddy just run out Bellcrop Banker there, so that was never going to be in it. But Scoey scores. Where's Pedro Shanlon Supreme? Calamity free. The 6, Opawa Binge, the black and steel charge. Cosmic Rumble Messiah, the Opawa team, and the red Ceases for Rosemary. And Ronnie there by Yellow Mustard from Good Gracious Me first for there with the 3. Just missed the margins there, but a nice victory. Off Gone, Catch Me If You Can, and they couldn't there. Margins, we're going to get something. Just let me see. 2 lengths by 6.5. There we go. 2 by 6.5. And our third, we're to the 5.27 this time, team. And over the 5.27, the Jim and Alice Surrey, of course, are partners in plasterboard. But a nice one, Calamity free.
Done a great job here, Calamity free, and he just goes to show he's 5 years old, start number 156, and he's still winning.
Yeah, he's a super old dog, Calamity free, Liz, and Pete touched on it. Let's hope that's the start of a super day for the Schofields there.
Exactly, and he's holding all the cards there, well, a few of them in the Railway. Here's the result. 8 Calamity free pays $4.30, $1.30. 6 Opawa Binge, $2.01. Houses is $1.70. 6-8 Quinella pays $8.70. Trifecta 861, $157.20. First 4, 8, 6, 1 and 3 pays $607.30. Wrapped in early double across the first 2 races. Double 1 with 8, $30.40. Concession 1 with 6, $9.30. With a dead heat, double 2 with 8 pays $21.70. And the concession 2 with 6 pays $6.50. Number 8, Calamity free, back at the top of the day is for Dennis Schofield. Takes out the first leg of the early quaddie. Race number 3 gets the second leg underway. And Greg, that one's time to go at 13 minutes past 3.
Thank you, Elizabeth. A lot simpler result than the first, wasn't it, with the double dead heats, if you like, for first and fourth. 8, 6, 1 and 4, the numbers with Peter early in the third there from Manukau. Runners about to complete their preliminaries for race number 6 from Reefton. Thought there was quite a good bet here. Little Lion Man. Doesn't win out a turn, but today he gets barrier 1. He's by Better's Delight. He's only won the 2 from 39. But he has been a winner on the grass. It was at Westport in December of 2014. And he had a gallop at Westport on the first day. He's better than that, and I reckon from this barrier draw he's going to get the perfect run. Wozniacki went well on the first day, made up good ground behind Errol Finn, who I understand's been put in the paddock, put aside after back-to-back wins for Dan Redden. Wozniacki a definite threat in the race. Expected to be positively driven by Robbie Close for Jack Harrington. Major 4 couldn't get into the race at Westport. 9s and 270. Go on the previous one at Methven. Much better than that. Better Be Smooth at 31s. Paddy McCole had its chance the first day. 2 lengths behind Can Jew. Follows Little Lion Man. That might be the key here. As we've seen all day, you've needed to be on the speed. Bella Jones is much better than her form would reflect, and she was 6 lengths behind Errol Finn on the first day and was favourite on that occasion. So let the punters down again. And that horse there, Happy as Larry, Went very well. 2 starts back at Addington, went second behind Gabby Starr. Probably should have won that day. Gabby Starr, of course, does go round in the feature there today. The Grey Valley Cup, the Anangahua Grey Valley Cup, of course, over the 3,200 metres. And it was second Errol Finn, so it's a good form line. But I don't mind Little Lion Man here. I think he has a definite chance of winning the sixth. Don't forget about the terminating quaddie today. 50,000 goes on the line. Leg number 1 is out of Reefton. It is race number 8, and the second of the legs from there is race 9 from Reefton, and of course the 2 legs coming to us from Gore, races 9 and 10. Jason Tees, tricky race this. Should be a bit of speed early on though, and where they land once again will be imperative.
Yeah, that's right, Greg. My top selection's drawn shockingly here, Happy as Larry, on paper anyway, but does come into 5 the second line, and will follow out young Mr. Grace, who will go forward here to take up a prominent spot. So, yeah, Happy as Larry should get a nice drag through and be in the first 3 or 4 early, if it all goes how it looks on paper to me. So I like him, Happy as Larry. He's certainly got a lot of upside still in his career. He's only had 13 starts, 2 wins, 3 minor placings, and he was extra good at Westport chasing Errol Finn down. And Errol Finn, he did have a lovely run, and whereas Happy as Larry had to do plenty of work in the run. Little Lion Man, big drop in class for him. Interesting here, but in a race which is C1, C2 with conditions, that the 2 C2 horses have drawn 1 and 2, which is completely opposite to what is the norm. So they certainly get their chances, don't they, these C2 horses amongst C1s. But Little Lion Man, he hated the stand the other day. He went off stride and took no part. But back to the mobile, he won't get any better chance to win another race, Little Lion Man, than where he is drawn today. Young Mr. Grace was unlucky at Westport. He drew the second line again, and he didn't get a lot of luck up the home straight. He pretty much, he didn't go anywhere the last 150 metres. He's a horse who's gone 2 very big races 3 and 4 starts ago. The 4th at Waitawiti was extra good behind Music and Pat Campbell and company, and he was 3 wide for most of the first lap. So to stick on where he did that day, and I think he's a good chance here of running in the first 4, definitely number 5. He will go forward. And number 3 was Niaki, another one that I'm sure will go forward as well. Another one that's drawn badly most of the time too, but she gets a nice draw to work with today, and Robbie Close, I'm sure, will go forward as well. So there might be a bit on early here. 16 to beat 1, 5 and 3, my numbers. And outside of the top 4, well, I guess as Kiwi Airs, one to consider. A C2 drawn barrier 2, and Paddy McColl went okay the first day. Drawn 1 the second line. Little Lion Man will dictate obviously where Paddy McColl lands, but he wasn't too far away. Having said that, he had a pretty good run, so he would need another good run here today to figure. Bella Jones, she had a gallop on the first day at Westport, and from there she was out of play. She drew barrier 2, didn't use it at all. She galloped as soon as the mobile arms released, so been drawn on the second line for her, maybe a little bit better. This follow out was Niaki, which may not be the worst place to be either. It was number 13, but I couldn't really have her the way she paced the first day. So not too far away from this, Bird of Paradise, Leo O'Reilly picks up the drive today. Bird of Paradise has always been competitive in some pretty strong fields through her career. 4-year-old mare with Barry Ward, and that looms as maybe a real rough chance in this, the 6th on the program, the Westfleet Mobile Pace. And if you just tuned in, Bob Butt, of course, not driving for the day, and John Dunn has picked up the drive on number 8, Better Be Smooth. So we'll keep you up to date, I'm sure, with any other drives of Bob's later in the day, which he will not be taking, and to let you know who's driving those as we get them. So we're on start time here. Mobile about to take off for the Westfleet Mobile Pace. And behind the Mobile, race 6 today, field of 14, capacity lineup. 9 across the front of the Mobile, Westfleet Mobile Pace. Favourite now, Happy as Larry, number 16, $3.90, $1.80. Little Lion Man, $4.70, $1.90. Bella Jones at $7.30. Wozniacki, $8.20. Down to the start, almost there. 3,450 metres, they're off and pacing. The grey Arcano flew the gate, and young Mr. Grace did too's going forward and may well cross him at the winning post the first time. As Kiwi Az is up there early, getting through now was going to be Sonnet Sun. Major 4 posted a bit wide. Then Wozniacki, Little Lion Man at no gate speed and is about to be 4 back the inside, followed by Paddy McColl, Happy as Larry pushing through. The next Better Be Smooth. 2 lengths away, That's Fine Julius from A Better Lover. Bella Jones at the back of the group, and 5 lengths away into Bird of Paradise. Plenty of speed on as they head up into the back. It is young Mr. Grace away by 3.5. Second is As Kiwi Az, 2.5 lengths away, third Arcano. Major 4 pressing on 3 wide, but has had a tough first half of the race. Next to the inside then is Little Lion Man. On its outside, Sonnet Sun. Also pressing around 3 wide is Better Be Smooth. Next on the inside is Paddy McColl. In the centre of horses is Bella Jones. There's another one out 3 wide too as they come across the top. The next on the inside is A Better Lover. Moving around them was That's Fine Julius. Back in the centre of runners is Wozniacki. Happy as Larry back to second last, and 3 lengths last is Bird of Paradise. Around the home turn they come. 1,400 metres left to run. It is still young Mr. Grace with Katie Cox. The lead margin is 1.5 lengths. Second on the inside is As Kiwi Az, Arcano third. Moving around them, That's Fine Julius 3 wide. About to get down in front of Bella Jones, who moved around. That's in the 1-1. 3 back and 1 off, Better Be Smooth. 4 back the inside is Little Lion Man. From up on the outside of it, Major 4. Next is Paddy McColl, the inside. Sonnet Sun to its outside. Next to the inside is A Better Lover from Wozniacki. Bird of Paradise is second last the inside, and Happy as Larry is last. 1,000 metres left to go. Young Mr. Grace, for the first time in his career, trying to lead them end to end. Leads by 1.5 lengths on As Kiwi Az. The outside is That's Fine Julius, and the 1-1 Bella Jones. Back on the inside, 3 back the inside is Arcano. The next is Little Lion Man. Taking off around them Wozniacki. Back in the centre of runners then as they head up into the back is Better Be Smooth. Happy as Larry, 3 wide with cover. The next is Sonnet Sun. Back on the inside, Paddy McColl from well back in the field, Major 4. The next is A Better Lover, and 2 lengths last is Bird of Paradise. Down the side at speed. 500 left to run. Young Mr. Grace leads a neck in advance of Wozniacki Bait Go to War. 2 lengths away as Kiwi Az is flat. The outside, Happy as Larry, ready to pounce. They break away. 3 lengths Arcano. Further back in the field then as they come towards the turn is Better Be Smooth, Paddy McColl. No point going back any further. Heading for home, young Mr. Grace. He broke away again. 2.5 to 3 clear. Over on the outside coming Happy as Larry. Young Mr. Grace inside the 100. Oh, I wish they'd led all the time. Away he goes. Young Mr. Grace is blowing them off the track. Young Mr. Grace wins again. Second across as Kiwi Az, third Happy as Larry. Next in Wozniacki, and out wide was A Better Lover. Paddy McColl, Bird of Paradise, and behind them. Then came That's Fine Julius. A breakaway Little Lion Man. Further back Major 4, Bella Jones, Sonnet Sun. And the next behind those, Better Be Smooth. And last in, That's Fine Julius. John Bartlett, well done to you. Congratulations, John boy. Young Mr. Grace is blowing them off the track. I went down and saw this horse before the race, and he looked amazing. And the plan was hatched to go forward, Greg O'Connor, and he has got the prize. That is brilliant.
Yeah, nice tipping too, Jason. Found that one in your top 3, and of course, if you backed it on the book, it was about $40 odd. So nice work there. Congratulations to Stu Dollamore, John Bartlett and Katie Cox, who registers win number 7 for the season. Need to head back to our premier team there at Manukau. Elizabeth Whelan headed up, of course, by Elizabeth, as we build to a start in race number 3.
Thanks so much for that, Greg. Yeah, not too far away from race number 3, the Jim and Alice Surrey Stakes. Of course, they're of Plasterboard Limited fame, who sponsor the Auckland Cup. Here in race number 3, it's sort of a 3-way go for favouritism, really. 8 Freddie Bedrock for Angela Turnwald up for the CD is the favourite. $2 out to $2.20 final field. I just saw Paul Freeman just before. He said that he hasn't trialled him here, but he has travelled up well. Freddie Bedrock, 2 from 2 here in New Zealand. Andy, he's looked very, very impressive, and it seems like box 8 shouldn't worry him.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it would, Liz. He couldn't have been more impressive, could he? I mean, he's won 1 by 10 1/4 and 1 by 9 1/4, so nothing's got anywhere near him since he's been on this side of the Tasman. And small question mark first look on the track, but that's the only question mark for mine. I think if he turns up like he has been, he's going to take all sorts of beating.
Number 1 in the book is Lovely Rita. There's been a bit of a move for her, $4 into $3.80 on final field. I know speaking to Dennis Schofield, he said that she is a middle distance greyhound. Kennel name Buttercup. I just love it. That's Lovely Rita. She was a certainty beaten here last Sunday for me. She was just looming into it. She was checked badly. Back to 7th. I'd pretty much strike a line through that. Her tardy beginnings are the only concern, but I think she's got the talent to take this out.
Yeah, she's certainly quick, Liz. We saw her early on here run a couple of quick times over the 318 metres and show a little bit of box speed on those occasions too. So over the 500, I sort of expect to see her somewhere near the lead, and if she can do that, then she might give Freddie Bedrock something to chase for a long, long way.
What are your 4 numbers here in the third?
8, 1, 4 and 6 for me. I think it's a 2-dog race between the 1 and the 8. I think one of those two will be winning it. Chuck Mockingjay in for third. Pretty consistent. Mockingjay always tends to put herself in the race and tends to kick on a ride. And Crying in Vegas, well, we've seen the real Crying in Vegas turn up on Thursday, 21.05. That's very, very impressive. Just question mark for me first up round here and over the 500 metres, but certainly quick.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying there over Crying in Vegas. I've got him in the third, and he'd had a fair bit of support in his previous starts. It was great to see him turn up and blitz them there on Thursday at Cambridge. Number 6, Crying in Vegas. I've gone 1, 8, 6 and 3 here and the third. First leg of the TRP double, second leg of the quaddy. Good luck if you are still live. Peter, earlier I see you've gone with Freddie Bedrock on top here.
Yeah, we'll see if the raps are right, about this dog. There, Freddie Bedrock, 2 since landing here in NZ. Wanganui Manawa 2 off the wide, hasn't been there, 1 off the 7, I see. There, put in the 6, Crying in Vegas. That was a nice performance, off gone, 21.05, quickest of the day. Off the inside, Lovely Rita, back to the 500 today for Rita. Last few runs have been sprinting there, so she's got the 1 box. We know she's got a bit of speed there, and banked in the blue, Mockingjay for Craig. Last 2 runs haven't been too bad for Mockingjay. They've been over the sprint steps up to the mid again today there as well. Does Mockingjay, so we'll see what happens here in this, the third of the day, the Jim and Alice Siri. Of course, along with the team from Plasterboard, Jim and Alice, part of the big crew that are from there today. Lovely Rita, Contemporaneous, Embrace Me, plenty of time. Power Larry, Mockingjay, Crying in Vegas, Freddie Bedrock off the outside. That's the way they're locked and loaded 3. Favourite comes off the 8. Set and ready. Round it comes. And racing, Lovely Rita dwelt a little bit early, speed going the way here of Mockingjay, and Outbiter. There we go too. Crying in Vegas just finds the lead. The big bloke, Catch Me If You Can by G's, giving him something to chase. In front, Crying in Vegas, Lovely Rita. Back there now we go to Freddie Bedrock, Contemporaneous. Outbiter there, Embrace Me, plenty of time. Out the back there, Mockingjay. And last of all there, Oh Power Larry. Off the top they come, and Crying in Vegas. Lovely Rita will have one more look up the straight, and back there Freddie Bedrock. But up they come, Crying in Vegas. Then we go to Lovely Rita, followed back there now by Freddie Bedrock. They're followed across there by Mockingjay, Power Larry, and back there too would have been plenty of time, and also back there Contemporaneous, so towards the tail of the field. Gee, this has just crossed them and just paid to them in a few big bounds into the first BM, the 6th, the 1, the 8, and the 4th one home. In a 30 and 92 was the 4, so 6, 1, 8 and 4 the numbers required there, and a good one it was too. Once he just pounded off and found the lead. This fella Crying in Vegas, plenty of him, 32, 33 kilos. He did the job nicely at Cambridge, 21.05. And today a 30 and 92. He's just been too strong. The Greyhound by Lonesome Cry from Maureen's